It's happened, guys. I have been robbed here in Manila, Philippines. Welcome back to Pat Max Adventures. I am Patrick. If you guys are interested in following my journeys currently here in the Philippines during the pandemic, traveling as a digital nomad and beyond, feel free to subscribe down below. Yes, I have been robbed here in Manila, Philippines. However, there is a good part to the story, and I want to share a travel hack that I have been doing that ended up protecting me during this robbery. I want to share with you guys what this travel hack is to help protect you as a traveler or back in your home country. This can help anyone, anywhere. So as many of you who have been following me know, I've been stranded here in the Philippines during the pandemic, and I moved from Cebu City to Manila back in July. So I've been kind of riding things out here in Manila since then. I found this beautiful Airbnb in this big condo. This building is about 50 stories. I'm in the Mandaluyong area of Manila. So this is what happened. As we all have credit cards, there comes a point when your credit card expires and you need to have a new credit card sent to you. This year, my credit card, which is with Capital One, was going to expire in July, and I was well aware of this, and I had already planned to have it sent to me. Previously, I lived in Taiwan. I had a card sent to me in Taiwan in this temporary 3-month apartment. No problems. I lived in South Korea for 3 years. I had 1 or 2 cards sent to me while I lived there. No problems, but a lot of problems here in Manila, Philippines. My card expired in July, but I was waiting until I wasn't sure where I was going to be, and until I realized that I was going to be here for a longer period of time, I decided to have the card mailed to me directly here. So I called Capital One, which I have some problems with Capital One as well, and asked them to mail the card directly here. In the building here, there's a big mail room downstairs for everyone in this building. There are hundreds of units, so it's a huge mail room. Everyone's got their own key. The owner here gave me a key to the mailbox so I can access the mail. Capital One sent out my card and said that it would arrive within 5 business days. They didn't give me a tracking number. I didn't worry about it because I've had many cards sent to me from them over the years in different countries like Taiwan and South Korea with no problems, and back home in the US, so I just let it go. So 2 weeks go by. The card never shows up, and I thought, oh, well, maybe it just got lost in the mail because the pandemic and things are just not working as usual. So I call Capital One and I say, hey, the card never showed up. Can you send another one? And I have no record of anyone using it, so everything's good. I think it just got lost. And they said, sure. This time I asked for a tracking number because this had never happened before. And the representative that I spoke to said, oh, sorry, sir, that isn't possible. We just send it in this certain express mail. And I'm like, okay, whatever, just if you could send another one, please. So they sent another one. They said within 3 to 5 business days this time, and a week goes by, another week goes by, and by this time it's been almost 3 weeks. Didn't show up again. This happened 2 weeks ago. I was here in the apartment just relaxing, and all of a sudden I got a notification that someone has charged my Capital One card at a Watson's out in Quezon City. 1, I was like, how did someone get my card? 2, it's been almost 3 weeks and it never showed up. So alarm bells totally went off because I've been waiting for this card, and then all of a sudden it's been charged. Somebody charged $86 at Watson's in Quezon City, which I believe comes out to around 4,000 pesos. Can we just talk about first, who is spending $86 at Watson's? Watson's is equivalent to a CVS or Rite Aid back in the US, so they have like toothbrushes, razors, lotions. So I guess somebody is just stocking up on lotion or toothbrushes or face masks, because if I'm gonna steal someone's card, I'm gonna go buy myself a new camera. I'm gonna go buy a new phone. I'm gonna go buy tons and tons of expensive food. I'm not gonna spend $86 at Watson's. So that was pretty funny. I didn't lose the $86, 4,000 pesos, and this is how I did it. For the last few years, whether I lose a credit card or I need a new credit card because the expiration date has ended, what I do, whether it's with Capital One or it's my main bank, I ask them to block my card. So this is something that you can do with most banks and credit card companies. When you have a new card sent to you, ask ask them to block the card. This way, if someone intercepts your new card from arriving, which happened to me here in Manila, they cannot use it. There's no way that they can activate it. And that's what happened with this, and that's why I got notified within minutes of them charging it. Once you receive the card, you'll have to do, it depends on your credit card company or your bank, you may have to do one more step of unblocking the card and then activating it, but it is totally worth it. So that is my travel hack. No, it's not even a travel hack, that's just my hack in general when it comes to credit cards and bank cards, just in case it gets intercepted. And I've been doing this for almost 3 years. Never happened until 2 weeks ago, and I'm so glad that I followed that rule. Now, I started to get some suspicions, and I feel so bad to do this, but it just was genuine. I had suspicions about the owner of the Airbnb because they also have access to the mailbox downstairs, and they were here 2 weeks ago, or about 2.5 weeks ago. But then I was thinking about it, I'm like, well, that doesn't make sense. Why would the owner take my card and then use it for like $86 at Watson's when I've had such a good relationship with the owners here? They've been really helpful. Anytime I have a question or problem, they reply through text or phone call within, minutes. Maybe the longest is like a half an hour, and everything's been great here. So logically, it just didn't make sense for it to be them, but of course I did wonder about that. So I really don't know what happened, if someone intercepted it in the mail or it did arrive here and somebody in the building took it. I don't know. I decided to go to the building management to let them know what happened, and I asked, well, can you look at the cameras? And I told them that, I don't know specifically when to look at the cameras. I mean, it's over like a 2-week period. And they said, sure, no problem, sir, we'll do that, and we'll call it and let you know. They call me the next day and they tell me, oh, we're sorry, sir, your mailbox is in a black zone, or like a hidden zone of the camera. We can't see your mailbox through the camera. I'm like, really? So I go down to the mailroom. Guys, my mailbox is directly in front of the camera, like across the room. You can see it clearly. So I took a video and then I went back to the management and I said, hey guys, my mailbox is in clear sight of the camera, so what you're telling me, I'm sorry, that just isn't true. You can clearly see. And then they said, oh, sorry, sir, we made a mistake, we don't know. That kind of irritated me a little, because either they're being lazy or they just flat out lied because they knew who stole it. As of now, I still don't have my card. I don't need to have it, it's not an emergency, but I feel very uncomfortable not having my card in case I have an emergency. So I'm still trying to figure out how to have it sent to me. I don't feel comfortable having it sent here at the building after what's happened. I called back Capital One and I insisted I need a tracking number, and I talked to someone else that was very helpful that said that they will send it through FedEx Express with a tracking number, so that makes me feel better, but I don't feel comfortable having it sent here in this building here in Manila. I will either have it maybe sent to a FedEx location office, or I will have it sent to my friend's apartment or his work. He works at a school here in Manila. One way or another, I will get the card. I was gonna wait to do this video until I successfully got my card, but I don't know when that will happen, how that will happen, and I felt like this would be a good video to help people out there protect yourselves in case this happens. I've been traveling solo as a digital nomad, I guess you could say, for the last 6 years. Well, actually 3 years. I lived and taught English in South Korea for 3 years, but since then I've been traveling nonstop for the past 3 years as a digital nomad working online. And I was robbed one time in Thailand back in 2015. Someone stole my card from the hostel that I was staying in, and that was a bit of a mess, and I never got the money back either with my credit card company, and it was so frustrating. So ever since that happened, I always tried to be so careful with my cards, and I have all these strategies of where I put my cards, where I'm staying, and how I travel. I'm not going to say in the video, obviously, because if you see me out in public, I don't want you to know my secrets, but I do have strategies of how I keep myself safe and where I keep my things. I would love to hear from you guys if you have any stories of being robbed, like having your cards stolen or cash stolen, and what you do to protect yourself, and what you may now do after watching this video. Thanks again for watching, guys, and remember to live every moment to the max. I'll see you guys next time.